Welcome back, guys, to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance as we begin Chapter 3, Pirates Aground. You wanted to see me, Father? Sit down, Ike. We haven't had a chance to speak yet. Titania told me what happened while I was gone, about the kidnappings, about my own men disobeying Titania's direct orders. I was the one who left first. I'll take responsibility for everything. No fair, playing the martyr. Nobody made me go with you. I left of my own free will. I'm ready to accept my punishment too. Wait, what am I saying? Please, Commander Greil. Titania entrusted me with her orders. If anyone's to blame for this mess, it's me. I'm the one who should be punished. I set a poor example, Commander Greil. Any punishment should be mine alone. I'm pleased to see that you're willing to shield one another. However, regardless of your reasons, you disobeyed the orders of a superior officer. You're confined to quarters for 10 days. But Father, they did what they did to help me and Rolf. Rules exist for a reason, Mist. Men won't survive on a battlefield if they do as they wish without so much as a by your leave. I understand. Accept the reprimand. That being said, got more work than we can handle. Punishment is deferred until things calm down. Oscar, Boyd, Reese, you come with me. Shinon, Gatry. And you, Ike, you're with me. Yar-har-ho! Me belly's emptier, me first mate said. Fetch me some grub. That's the pirate ship in question, isn't it? Aye, they sailed into port a few days ago and have been causing trouble ever since. I pray that you and your companions can drive them away. I understand. We'll do all we can. Feathering sea scum is like shooting apples off a tree. Let's do the job and get out of here. Oh, Deputy Commander. You want standard thunder and lightning maneuvers here? Thunder and lightning? Yeah, I crash into them like thunder, and Shinon rains arrows down on them like lightning. Sounds good. What should I do? Let's hold back, and let Shinon and Gatry soften them up. Once they've whittled down the numbers, we'll all rush the ship and wipe out whatever's left. Are you all ready? Greil mercenaries, move out! On my way! Here we go! Ready? And so we now have the option to watch the preparation tutorial, but that shouldn't be so hard for us to figure out on our own, as it's most likely this screen. We've seen enough of these ones. Choose units, reposition, view map. Of course we could choose units if we could, but to be honest we can't move anyone out. We're stuck with the same units here. 4 units allowed in this map. Reposition allows us to move people around. That's not so hard for us. View map allows us to check out everywhere, like this place here that we really need to visit. We can't go further back than this, so it seems that the only household that we need to save is the one to the right. Tons of troops in front of us though, however. Right, apart from that. We've got items to switch items around. Not bad. Conditions, which is basically the same as the same start screen. Defeat the boss as our victory. Ike dies as our loss. Options here, which to be honest we should move the message speed up a little bit there. Save and fight, which I think is what we're going to do. Watch the bonus damage tutorial, however. It's something that might be interesting to watch. I wonder what it's referring to. Is that... obviously it's not weapon triangle. But is it stuff like... Archer wins versus flying? Let me tell you about bonus damage. It's crazy. You're going to love it. This effect allows you to cause more damage than normal when you meet certain conditions. An archer attacking an airborne unit such as Pegasus Knight is one example. You're looking at the status screen of an ally unit. Check out the menu item in the lower left. It says flying next to effect. This indicates which units will receive bonus damage from your current weapon. Since the Peg Knight is airborne, she'll suffer bonus damage if struck by the arrow. Now look at the archer's weapon icon. See how it's blinking? This means his target will suffer bonus damage. This window is an easy way to see if it will inflict bonus damage or not. Want to see this in action? Of course you do, silly. Let's go. "16 damage in one shot, eh? Wow, did you see that? Nasty. That arrow caused bonus damage. Now the airborne unit is reeling. There are other weapons that trigger bonus damage too, but only against specific units. Long swords work well against units on horseback, and armor slayers help you mow down knights. Anyway, when you get a new weapon, or if the enemy has one, be sure to check it out. Oh wait, hold on! I have to tell you about the Lagoos. When they're in human form, no special bonus damage applies to them. You'll just see the normal combat information. But once they change into their animal form, bonus effects apply again. That's because the unit's characteristics have changed. Poor unit. As if for the bonus damage tutorial, you've made it through without falling asleep. Yay for you! Remember, bonus damage occurs only under specific conditions, so heed the unit-weapon relationship. Well, let's get started then. I guess checking everyone for weapons, but it's not so hard when it's instantly displayed right there. Hand axe, however, is a very interesting weapon for this guy to have as a whole. So he's got range on people. We've got iron sword, iron axe, iron sword, hand axe again. All the hand axes over here. But first of all, we need to get to there and sort things out. So Shinon is level 1. Are these both promoted units? Knight level 1 and a sniper. So he's a promoted unit. However, Gatri is not. Which means that Ike is, to be honest, one of those we want to get the experience put onto, really. Alright, apart from that, we can double this guy, but yeah, we're not doing so much damage against him. These guys are a bit more powerful, it seems, than your average guy. Right, so we probably want to send a Lance unit over here first to take this guy out. Steel Lance 17 damage and Iron Lance does 14. We'll do Iron because it is more accurate at this point. And of course, Gatru just stands there like, huh? Something hit me? I'm not quite sure. What actually happened? I do not know myself, sir. Right, so we can move all the way over to here and maybe use you, sir. So we've got the steel bow, which would double for 12 damage, which will put you in a nice point for Ike to get the finishing blow, to be honest. Let's go for that. Though he does have a high critical marker as well. He really does, doesn't he? Five experience is all we got for that mission. Ah! That was rubbish. We need the experience to go on to Ike then, more than anyone. Maybe Gatri, because he's not a promote at this point in time, it seems. Right, we've got the pirate with the hand axe who's going to go for Ike no matter what. Let's take you off the list. See how far this guy goes. So then let's take... So that's just one step from the Titania. Take you off the list. And of course you can attack for every bit of that range. Not so good for us, is it? Essentially then we need to start luring troops in certain directions. So we'll wait here for the time being. And visit here. Gatri should be fine where he is. This town seems quite unruly, wouldn't you say? Is it always this dangerous? Oh, so it's played by pirates, is it? I see. How to explain why the people here seem so anxious? You appear to be a mercenary. Would I be right in supposing that you were hired to clean out the pirates? Here, perhaps you should take this. It might help you if you run into trouble contending with the pirates. But do hurry. I came all this way to see the world-famous fish market, and I'll never do so with those ruffians around. Best of luck to you. So we got ourselves an elixir, a bigger healing option there. So, watch the indirect combat tutorial. We know that indirect damage can happen because, of course, we've used it with Shinon at this point. Alright then, Gatri. Seems you can claim some experience after all, so we're going to use you. And Ike for the most part. He actually gains some experience, which is not so bad. We don't want to waste anything we can get hold of here. Right, so Mr. Indirect Damage up this way did not want to really come into fight, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. Right, so we can Steel Sword. No, we can't. What we could do is, of course, send Gatri up first, maybe. Right, so Iron Lance would take that guy down, but a Steel Lance would not. But the overall hit chance is fairly low here. Let's give it a go. It's only 1 damage we take back in exchange. And this would put things in Ike being able to take out territory, wouldn't it? So we'll remove you from your menu. We can see his overall range is still very, very high. So let's attack here. Iron Sword ×2 or Steel Sword ×1. It'll have to be an Iron Sword ×2 by the look of it. And hope that the enemy doesn't hit. That is exactly what we're aiming for here, because we're obviously going to get hit by a hand axe on Ike next time. Not enough to level up, which was a shame really. If we could get some plus defense at that moment, we would have probably been quite happy. Right, so you can only move that far, which gives us the option to play the blocking game, maybe. And what I mean by that, of course, we've got Bowman here as well. Nope, you can still get into attack poor Ike in many a place at this point in time. So let's move you up here, sir. And see what happens next turn. People are in range to be damaged after all. I think Titania will probably shrug this off though. This is what we gotta do. We gotta use our promoted tanky characters to try and whittle people down for our less tanky characters to get into. Right, so Mr. Handaxe is currently not moving. Why? Explain this factoid to me. In the meantime, we can still sword for that. We can... not so much damage. What does Titania do in the meantime? Titania probably overwhelms and destroys everyone. Except for this guy. Oddly enough, this guy would actually survive this attack. I find that quite randomly weird. Okay. And then we got Pirate here. So how do we go about doing this? Steel Bow ×2 would take that guy. Iron Bow wouldn't. Of course, you're probably not doubling the Archer guy, are you? You're doubling that guy, though, so good on you. Who do we go for? This is the problem at this point. Alright, let's get Titania in, let some people attack. To be honest, let's just use our promoted units. It's a bit weird at the moment with how things are going. Let's push. We can't really get the experience onto the right people, and to be honest, Ike's a bit fleshy at this point in time. In a very easily able to be taken out kind of fleshy way, which is not the best fleshy way to be. Okay, let's keep you... Let's keep you here. You'll be fine either way. It's not like you're going to ever go down there, madame. Right, Shinon can get in and take one of these guys out a little bit. It's probably the best way to do this, is to go up with Gatri here, take some of that guy's HP down, and then Ike can come in and finish off for a bit of damage. Probably not such a bad idea. We could Iron Lance double that guy. So confusing. I mean, Fire Emblem Reckonoken, we had Marcus around, who we kind of had to just avoid doing damage with, but that was only one unit, and we had other units that we could use, and other enemies weren't exactly so powerful, I'd say, to be able to shrug stuff off like this. Let's use the Iron Sword ×2, take out this archer. Farewell to you. Ike will level up. Nicely done, sir. And that is a bit better level up. We got some more res again. We didn't get any strength, but the defense is probably useful right here. Weapon leveled up as well. We can get Shinon in. Right, the overall attack range of these guys is fairly large. So let's go to here. I do wonder kind of what these guys would do damage-wise to Shinon. Well, Shinon's going to crit for starters and just take that one out. Kind of what I expected, to be honest. He would have left the guy alive if he didn't crit, but Shinon's going to crit pretty much everyone, it seems. Hey, you! Boat monkey! You tricked me, didn't you? Tricked ye? What a vile and nasty thing that is to be saying, don't you agree, matey? Yar, that I do. There be nothing but honest pirates aboard this ship, missy. You said you knew the whereabouts of my older brother. That's why I came all the way to your ship. Aye, and we do know. He was on board for a while, and then, do you recall where he went, matey? Yar, that I do. He was a penniless oaf, so he tossed his worthless carcass into the rolling waves. Yar-ho! My brother? That's horrid! Horrid? Did ye say horrid? Your scurvy brother was the horrid one. He lost the game a chance, he did. If you lose, you must pay. But the scallywag tried to cheat me. By Shanty Pete he did. Har, calm yourself, me hearty. Yar, yar, yar. After all, his darling sister's come to pay us a visit. What say ye work off your brother's debt? What say I run you through my lambs and call it a day? Oh, har! It matters not that ye be a Pegasus Knight, lassie. A wee minnow like yourself is no match for sea dogs. Prepare yourself, ye flying wench. Huh, I'm not afraid of you, clambake. If your axe is as dull as your wit, it'll be over in no time. I feel there's somewhere we might need to save at this point in time. Uh-oh. Gatry's just going to shrug that one off, which means that I'm quite weirded out that the indirect unit decided to attack Gatry and it decided not to move at any point in time here. Now here's what I was also interested in. How much damage can they do to Shinon, promoted unit as a whole? Not really that much when you think about it. But I need to get forging forward, really. Alright then, sir. Do you really want this battle? You're gonna get doubled as well. Well, farewell to another unit. We got ourselves a vulnerary for the trouble there. Okay. Madame Pegasus Knight's under attack. However, she is a lance user. And is going to double these guys without a worry. Which makes me wonder if I should have just not bothered with, you know, trying to get experience onto Ike and all that. Well, a critical there works out very well for Marcia, who now is completely fine. For the most part. So, onwards we go with Ike. Because usually it's a lord that has to talk to people, isn't it? And we'll get ourselves an attack in here for some more experience. Not a problem whatsoever. Well, he was on 1 HP. He didn't really have much of a chance. So, Shinon, move on. I guess we can leave Gatry and Ike back here with this guy. Let's see what's going on the ship exactly. Apart from that. Shall I leave this guy completely to Ike, or do you think there'll be a bit of a risk? I think it'll be a bit too much of a risk, to be honest. So, let's go Steel Lance, because it's not like he can do much damage to me anyway. Oh, you needed to hit, sir. You needed to hit. Well, the boss isn't far from being defeated at this point in time. The enemy phase comes around. And hand axes once again. Alright, you're going to attack Shinon, because of course Shinon can't attack back, which is why Ike is safe at the moment, because Shinon's basically tanking all the damage. Dodging fairly well there. Right, player phase comes round, which leads us into an interesting point where we can board the boat at last and do some damage over here. But can we really get the damage lowered onto other people, if you know what I mean? Can we really get into a right HP total for Ike to do just that? That's the question here. Well, it seems not so bad if we go still bow. Though we will get struck back, but we'll continue on with this next episode, guys. We're about to board the boat and pretty much defeat the boss within the next turn or so. So I'll see you then for more Fire Emblem. Bye-bye.